Continuing our look at the Web Data Connector with cache and cache queries, the final piece that we need to look at now is how the Web Data Connector handles it when your XDC has a cache key value within it. So if I go into my InfoBurst environment and have a look at this XDC here called one cache key test, I've got a Webby report which is filtering or prompting on sales associates, so Craig Ellis and Sean Cheney, and it's created a cache key for that sales associate. I also have a couple of cache queries on here, one for salesperson and another one which is a prompt in addition to salesperson as well. So let's look at this in Tableau. So if I select my Web Data Connector, log into my InfoBurst environment and select XDC cache and cache query. One cache key test, this is the one we're using now with the XDC with the cache key in it. And you can see I've got a cache called blah and two cache queries, one prompted and one salesperson. So first off, let's look at the blah cache. It's identified that this cache has got a cache key value within it, so it's giving me the enter parameters button rather than the done button. And it knows it's a cache key as well rather than a normal prompt, so it's not asking me to enter in the value for the salesperson, it's giving me a drop down with the predefined list of values for that cache key. Select Sean Cheney and then run this query. This should retrieve back the columns for the cache, and when I click update now, the salesperson name will only be Sean Cheney. So that's how the Web Data Connector handles cache keys in a simple cache. So let's look at how it handles cache keys in a cache query now. So if I go into my InfoBurst again quickly and have a look at the cache query, the first one we'll look at is salesperson. So this is a simple query that is retrieving the order year, the sum of revenue for the salesperson that you've selected. So if I select Craig Ellis, it retrieves me that information for Craig Ellis. So within Tableau, it behaves like this. I'll log into the environment, select my XDC, which is the cache key test, select my cache query I want, which is salesperson. Again, it's providing me a prompt because it knows there's a prompt on here, which is again a cache key prompt. So I select Craig Ellis from my drop down and run this query. It retrieves the order year and revenue and retrieves the information for that. So if we close out of this quickly and have a look at how it handles it when you need to provide a cache key value as well as a prompt value. So within InfoBurst, I've got a prompted query that is asking for the cache key value but also a minimum revenue. So if I select Sean Cheney, minimum revenue of 2,000, it's retrieving that information for Sean Cheney where revenue is greater than 2,000. So if I go into Tableau, log in and select my cache, and this time I want to use a prompted cache query. It's provided me a drop down for my cache key, so let's select Craig Ellis again, minimum revenue, say 3,000. There we go, and it brought my information back, so I'll only have Craig Ellis as my salesperson and all revenue is greater than 3,000.